I like to wait till I see the numbers go. As you may know, if you've seen a couple of my other videos, I've started saying that. This is Royce Marie Patton, and right now I am not general nuisance. As you can clearly see, my credentials are off. I still do have my little tanks though. I won't go pew, pew, pew. Like I said, the corruption in Pittsfield, Mass, is so obvious. It's a joke. But I am going to stand up for my rights, and I will either find justice or I will die trying. That's just what it is. But I wanted to take a moment from general nuisance and just I don't know if I could say be me because there's so many. Um, So let's just do this since there hasn't been very much thinking going on in the world right now. Let's talk about that a little bit. Well, learning, and a lot of people have been sounding off and giving their opinions, so why shouldn't I? No, I don't ever follow it like that. No, really, I really do think that the human race has really forgotten some very basic stuff about stuff. um, it's so simple. I'm just going to read. That's what I'm going to do. Learning is an adaptive function by which our nervous system changes in relation to stimuli in the environment, thus changing our behavioral responses and permitting us to function in our environment. The process occurs initially in our nervous system in response to environmental stimuli. Neurological neural pathways can be strengthened, pruned, activated, or rerouted, all of which cause changes in our behavioral responses. Right there, I want to highlight that little bit a little. Try to remember that, okay? Keep that in mind. They can be strengthened, they can be trimmed away, they can be started up, they can be turned around or whatever else, flipped upside down. And and there's a whole different thing about us being able to control these things. Um, Mindfulness, creative visualization. There's a lot of stuff out there that talks about how you think and practice what you think. Does reroute those neurons in your brain. So you are in control of your thoughts, and if you are in control of your thoughts, you should be in control of your behaviors. Um, that's just kind of my thinking, and I know it's minimalistic, but it's there. Instincts and reflexes are innate behaviors. They occur naturally and do not involve learning. In contrast, learning is a change in behavior or knowledge that results from experience. The field of behavioral psychology focuses largely on measurable behaviors that are learned rather than trying to understand internal states such as emotions and attitudes. Oh, sorry, I went up a little too far. I can see through the little square, but I notice when I publish the videos you can't. Types of learning. There are three main types of learning: classical conditioning, operant conditioning, and observational learning. Both classical and operant conditioning are forms of associative learning in which associations are made between events that occur together. Observational learning is just as it sounds, learning by observing others. And I disagree. I don't disagree with their definitions of what these things are. My disagreement is in the amount of learning types. As you can clearly see from this little brief explanation, so I'm not going to read through through them all. As you can see, the URL's right up there, and I will put it in if you want to finish up because it does go down a tiny little bit more, not much more. So, and you could just pause this video and watch it then. Uh, Radical conditioning is the fourth type of conditioning that I, Rosemary Patton, aka General Nuisance, aka Asmoreus, aka Reina Terrorista, according to one of my exes. So, radical conditioning is a combination of all three of these, as you can clearly see from the events happening today. All right. We're associating events and stimuli. Uh, we are being reinforced and punished, that sort of thing, and learning by others and that sort of. Listen to the music. Oh my God, pussy, 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 money, 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 drugs, bang, bang, rinse and repeat. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yes, um, musicians are role models for young people. And maybe you think it's a little hypocritical for me to say that they really should watch the words flying out of their mouths because so many people are taking them to heart. And I'm not just talking about the rap guys, there's other people out there too, countries in it. I don't even listen to country. I prefer rap over the country because um, countries oppressive and abusive. I just don't know how else to explain it. Some people enjoy it. I find those most of those people to be cops. Go figure. Who'd have thunk it? But this is what I actually feel about that. And I didn't even expect this to take a music spin. But when you're purging the pain, it's good because it helps start the healing process. So whatever pains and life torments that any musician has gone through that they need to spew out of their mouth, however they gotta spew it out of their mouth, is okay. It's okay to scream and swear and say you ain't gonna take any of this bull. I'm trying to fix my mouth because I don't want to get banned off of YouTube, but I actually have put a bar full of drunken sailors in their place. Yes, I did. Right up in Boston, well, in Revere. Um, but whatever with that story. So it's the people listening to the music that has the choice when they internalize it to take it in a positive way or a negative way. I do have a video over here of Lil Wayne. He's my divine little puzzle book. I do his tattoos, a couple of them, and his numerology a little bit. I used to have a huge book. I called it the Book of Carter. Uh, all my boys that were running around the house, well, my one son and all his friends, you know how it goes. You become the mama to everybody. Um, yeah, Eminem, Lil Wayne, uh, Snoop Dogg was there. DMX was at my house, not physically, just their energy through their music. And I would watch how they would behave around them, which songs and whatever was going on, and attitudes that followed. Uh, this whole general nuisance thing that I am doing is really. Uh, one big giant social experiment to me. I think it's ridiculous how corrupt not only Pittsfield is, but my experience in North Adams. I'm going to continue bitching about that until it's dealt with. That's just what it is. So you'll hear a little bit about these incidences in each one of my videos. Um, Going back to the one that's got the little caption, "No gun needed, my voice will boom," because I have done and can do and will do way more damage with my bitching than any gun can ever dream of doing. This is Rosemary Patton, like I said, Asthma and General Nuisance. the other ladies will say goodnight a different night. I hope you enjoyed this little thing, another patent correction. I got two fixes on Einstein and some Tesla secrets to share later too. And it's just superficial stuff with Einstein, really metaphysical, not the good stuff. Not he definitely trumps me on that. Um, but the spiritual, metaphysical, that sort of thing, I most certainly am at the top of my game. That's why Gaia Energy Attuning Center is so important to me because I know this world needs it that bad. I'm not letting it go. It's not for me, it's for you.